There's this peculiar moment in life that most of us completely miss. It's like a blink, a fraction of time when decisions are made. Before we even know we've decided, in that millisecond, your future is already locked in. Neuroscientists like Benjamin Libet have shown through studies that the brain's readiness potential fires up before you consciously make a choice. It's like your brain is a few steps ahead, setting the stage for what's to come, long before your conscious mind catches up. Take a simple example. You're asked to press a button with either your left or right hand. The moment your brain registers the task, there's already activity in the motor cortex. This happens about 500 milliseconds before you even realize you've made a decision. So, while your conscious mind thinks it's in control, it turns out that your subconscious has already initiated the action. Think about that for a moment. Your mind is working overtime without you even being aware of it. It's almost as if our subconscious is running the show, guiding us toward decisions we didn't even know we'd make. And if you start connecting the dots, this subtle pre-selection happens in every part of our lives, from what we eat, who we talk to, and even bigger decisions like what career path we follow. We're stuck in a loop, but the loop is shaped by things we can't even see: past experiences, memories, emotions. So while we might think we're free to choose, we're actually just operating on autopilot. The real kicker? This pre-selection process happens so quickly, we never realize it. The decision's already made, and by the time we're aware of it, we're already in motion, on the path that's been set by our subconscious. It's like that point when a wave is about to crash on the shore, and you realize you didn't notice it until it's almost too late. Our subconscious mind is like this hidden force, quietly shaping the decisions we make without us realizing it. It's like an invisible hand steering the ship. Neuroscientific studies reveal that the subconscious starts making decisions before the conscious mind even registers them, and it's all based on past experiences, beliefs, and patterns we've accumulated over the years. Essentially, we're not always the ones driving the bus. Our subconscious is taking the wheel without asking for permission. Imagine this. You're stuck in a cycle, whether it's with your career, relationships, or personal habits. You wonder why you keep making the same mistakes over and over. The answer lies in your subconscious. It's holding on to old memories, limiting beliefs, and past traumas that influence the decisions you make today. Even though your conscious mind might want to break free, your subconscious keeps you stuck in familiar patterns, making the same choices because it feels safe. The subconscious, in all its wisdom or lack thereof, likes familiarity over uncertainty. It's why breaking out of a negative cycle feels so hard. Here's a quirky example. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you're about to make a decision, but then something in your gut tells you it's a bad idea? That's your subconscious trying to protect you based on all the hidden knowledge it's accumulated. It doesn't have all the details, but it has the experience, and it's trying to keep you from making the same mistake again. The thing is, sometimes it's not the best guidance. It's stuck in the past, reacting to what's happened before, rather than what's possible now. That's why most people feel trapped. They keep attracting the same outcomes because their subconscious is guiding them back to those familiar vibrations. It's not until we become aware of this and start to actively reprogram the subconscious that we can break free from those automatic, reactive choices. Once you start tuning into the influence of your subconscious, you can redirect your energy and make more conscious, empowered decisions. Decisions that are aligned with who you truly want to be and the future you want to create. Now, let's dive into something a little more mind-bending. Quantum theory. According to quantum mechanics, all possible futures exist at the same time. Everything we could do, every choice we could make, is floating out there in a state of superposition, waiting for something to collapse it into a single tangible reality. That something is us, and more specifically, our energy. Think about it like this. Every choice you could possibly make is hanging out in a potential state, just waiting for your energy to pick one, like a radio station waiting for you to tune in to the frequency you want. This is where the pre-selection moment becomes so important. Your subconscious mind, shaped by past experiences, emotions, and ingrained patterns, is the force that selects one of these timelines for you, and the quantum field is always listening. It's like a huge cosmic web, responding to the energy you're emitting and then matching it with a corresponding reality. If you're stuck in patterns of fear, self-doubt, or regret, the quantum field is going to match that energy with situations that reinforce those feelings. If you're constantly vibrating with uncertainty, that's exactly what the universe reflects back to you. I'm sure you've experienced this. You make one decision based on fear or insecurity, and suddenly you find yourself back in a loop of making the same kind of choices. It's almost as though you're caught in a loop, like a broken record playing the same song over and over. This is the subconscious guiding you to the same energetic frequency it's used to, and the quantum field is just responding to the vibrations you're putting out there. The trick is to notice when this happens and step off the cycle. But how do you change it? That's where awareness comes in. If you can tune into the subtle moments where these energetic shifts happen, those micro moments when the quantum field is listening, you can redirect your energy before the universe locks you into a certain timeline. The choice is still yours to make. But first, you have to become aware of the quantum field's subtle responses and consciously shift your energy towards a higher, more aligned frequency. That's where the magic happens. Once we recognize these pre-selection moments, something incredible happens. We shift from merely reacting to life's circumstances to consciously creating the life we want. It's like learning to be the architect of your reality, rather than just a brick in the wall. And that shift is crucial, because for so long, most of us have been stuck in automatic reaction mode. You know how it goes. Something happens, and before you know it, you're reacting, sometimes without even thinking. Your subconscious takes over, and bam, you're back in that loop. You say, "Why does this always happen to me?" without realizing that it's your own energy attracting these experiences, based on old programs running in the background. But when you become aware of these micro moments, when you catch yourself just before you react, you gain access to the controls. This is where conscious creation begins. Instead of falling back on old habits or emotional triggers, you're able to pause, take a deep breath, and consciously choose how to respond. In essence, you're stepping out of the reactive autopilot mode and into intentional creation. It's like noticing the moment right before a wave crashes on the shore. If you're in tune with the rhythm, you can ride the wave instead of being dragged under by it. This process doesn't require force. It requires awareness. And awareness gives you power. The power to choose. The power to decide how you want to feel, what you want to create, and how you want to show up in the world. It's a subtle shift, but it's profoundly transformative. Think of it as switching from a game where you have no control to one where you call the shots. The more you practice this, the more you start noticing those moments where you can redirect your energy, and you'll find that life begins to align with your intentions. One key part of this process is remembering that every moment is an opportunity to create something new. You don't have to wait for a big, dramatic event to make a change. Every decision, no matter how small, is a chance to shift your frequency and choose a new reality. It could be as simple as how you respond to a text message or what you choose to focus on in a meeting. These tiny, seemingly insignificant choices add up, and they shape your future more than you might realize. To truly master this art of shifting from reaction to creation, there's one practice that's absolutely essential: mindfulness. It's the key to tuning into those fleeting, crucial moments where our energy is about to make a decision. Mindfulness isn't just about meditating for an hour or sitting quietly in a room with a peaceful expression. It's about being present in the moment, fully aware of what's happening inside and outside of you. And when you're aware, when you can catch that subtle shift Before it turns into a decision, you can influence the outcome in a way that feels more natural and in flow with the universe. You've probably experienced this before. Those moments where something tiny happens, like a passing thought or a sudden shift in how you feel, but you don't really pay attention to it. That's when you miss the boat. It's easy to brush those moments aside, to think, oh, I'm just overthinking. But in truth, those micro moments are where everything happens. That's where the universe is quietly whispering, hey, here's a chance to change your direction. If you're too busy with the mental noise or distracted by the next task, you won't catch it. I can tell you though, once you start practicing mindfulness, it's like turning the volume down on a noisy street corner and suddenly hearing the faintest rustle of leaves. It becomes easier to notice these moments. You start to become aware of your body's sensations, the subtle tensing of your muscles, the little flutter in your chest when something feels right or wrong. This is your energy communicating with you. It's not random, it's a signal. Your body is telling you that you're about to make a choice, and whether you realize it or not, that choice is aligning you with a new reality. And here's a funny thought. Sometimes it feels like mindfulness is just another buzzword, but when you actually practice it, you'll see that it's not about the quiet time you carve out of your day. It's about how you carry that presence with you everywhere. Whether you're walking into a meeting, talking to a friend, or simply deciding what to eat for lunch, mindfulness allows you to check in with yourself and see where your energy is at that moment. The better you get at it, the more you'll notice those subtle pre-selection cues. The shift in energy, the feeling of alignment, the tug of resistance. These are the things that can point you toward the life you actually want to live, rather than the life that keeps replaying the same old patterns. So, now that we know about those micro moments, the next question is, how do we harness them? It's one thing to know they exist, but it's another to actually use them to shape our reality. The answer lies in a few practical techniques, simple methods that don't require tons of effort or complex rituals. Just a bit of awareness and some small, aligned actions. This isn't about waiting for some big, life-changing event to take place. It's about being mindful of the small choices you make every day. First, it's crucial to quiet the mental noise. Our minds are constantly buzzing, running through tasks, analyzing situations, and reliving past experiences. All of this noise clouds our ability to tune into those subtle moments when our energy is about to make a decision. The more we can quiet that mental chatter, the more we open up space for awareness. And awareness is the gateway to conscious creation. Now, how do we quiet our minds? The simplest way is through mindfulness practices, breathing exercises, focusing on the present moment, or even just sitting in silence for a few minutes. But here's the kicker. Mindfulness isn't just a practice that you do when you're sitting still. It's something you carry with you. The more you practice it, the more naturally it integrates into your day-to-day life. You'll start to notice when your thoughts are spiraling out of control, and you'll catch yourself before getting lost in them. Once you've quieted the mind, the next step is to lock into the first positive feeling that arises. That's the key. When a pre-selection moment occurs, there's usually an initial feeling that accompanies it. This might be excitement, a sense of peace, or just a feeling of alignment. Trust that initial feeling. Too often, we start overthinking it, doubting it, or questioning it. But that first emotion, that gut instinct, is your internal compass guiding you toward the right path. It's not about logic, it's about feeling. And this is where your energy aligns with the quantum field. Finally, commit to small, aligned actions. This part is important because action is what solidifies your decision. And no, you don't need to take big, drastic steps. The smallest action, a decision to send an email, take a walk, or even change your posture, can serve as a signal to the quantum field that you're ready for the shift. These little actions reinforce the energy you've already put out into the world. They let the universe know that you're in alignment and ready to embrace the reality you're creating. Remember, it's about consistency. Each time you recognize those pre-selection moments, redirect your energy with awareness and commit to small actions that reflect your desired outcome. Over time, this becomes second nature. The more you practice, the more you realize how much power you truly have in creating the life you want. Now, let's talk about the most fascinating part of this whole process: the quantum field. If you think of the universe as a giant cosmic radio, you can tune into it by broadcasting your energy. And just like that radio, the quantum field responds to the frequency you're emitting, long before you consciously make a decision. It's like a cosmic game of matchmaker. Whatever energy you put out, the field mirrors right back to you. It's not about waiting for something to happen in your life. It's about tuning your energy to match the reality you want. The quantum field doesn't care about the specifics of your intention or whether your plan makes sense. It only cares about the energy you're emitting. If you're vibrating at a frequency of fear, lack, or self-doubt, guess what? The universe will send you more experiences that match those vibrations. It's a neutral force, mirroring whatever energy you broadcast into the world without judgment. That's why it's crucial to align with positive energy, because the quantum field will reflect that back to you in the form of opportunities, people, and experiences that match your vibe. The catch, though, is that it's not always easy to stay positive or aligned, especially when you're so used to negative thought patterns and old emotional cycles. Here's where the magic happens. The moment you become aware of this energetic feedback loop, you can start shifting your frequency intentionally. Think of it as tuning a guitar string. You don't just keep strumming randomly, hoping it'll sound good. You adjust the tension of the string until it resonates with the note you want to play. Similarly, you adjust your energy until it matches the frequency of the future you want to experience. It's not about forcing things to happen. It's about becoming a vibrational match to the reality you want. This is where the practice of quantum manifestation comes in. It's about realizing that you don't have to struggle against life or force things to happen. The universe is already listening and responding to your energy. When you tune into your own vibrations, you're tapping into the flow of the universe, allowing things to unfold more easily. The quantum field responds instantly to your energetic alignment, so you don't need to wait for months or years for change to happen. It starts in the moment. You consciously decide to shift your energy. One key to mastering this process is learning to trust the subtle signs the universe sends you. These could be intuitive nudges, synchronicities, or small shifts in how you feel. Once you notice them, it's like the universe is opening the door for you. Your job is to step through it, trusting that your energy is aligned with the reality you're creating. It's an empowering realization because, for the first time, you realize that you don't have to fight for everything. You can simply align with the flow, and the universe will do the rest. And here's the gentle truth. When you align with your higher frequency, you'll stop seeing manifestation as a struggle. It won't feel like an uphill battle anymore, but rather like you're effortlessly riding a wave that's already moving in your favor. The quantum field responds to your energy, so when you consciously tune into your vibrations, you align with the universe's natural flow. And just like that, reality starts to bend in your favor. The change you've been trying to force will happen naturally.